Hi everyone, welcome back for another whiskey review. Well, luck would have it, it's the 2nd of January. I'm going to record a video and upload it on YouTube 2 days in a row. Today I'm looking to try some samples from a box of samples that turned up towards the end of last year, 2021. It was from good friends Cara and Bevan, who are here in New Zealand, and they wanted to share 6 samples of their whiskies with me, including one they made themselves, which I've already tried. But there's other 5 whiskies that have come from official bottlings, and well, I know what the samples are because the piece of paper says, and the bottle has a number on it each. So this is sample number 5, which was a Scotch Malt Whisky Society, which Cara and Bevan are super fans of. And this one was called the Poppin' Candy in the Woods, and bottled at 58.1%. And they've written a note. It is a Glentauchers 9-year-old first fill ex-bourbon. Glentauchers, not a lot of people are overly familiar with Glentauchers. You know, it's got a long history. Unfortunately or fortunately, it has always gone into blends. And of recent, they have gone into Ballantines Blends. And from memory, there is a 15-year-old Glentauchers under the Ballantines Blends. They released these sort of 3 Glentauchers and a couple of others, Glenburgie, I think. So 3 of their distilleries, which are normally not done as single malts, went into these one-off official releases. Otherwise, on odd occasion, you might see it as a independently bottled single malt Scotch Malt Whisky Society, or Gordon MacPhail, or some of the others as well. I think I've seen that single cask who've done a release as well. But so this is a 9-year-old ex-bourbon, and we're expecting some good things from it. I mean, if it wasn't good, I'm sure Cara and Bevan wouldn't have sent it to me. Ooh, it's sharp on the nose. Very sweet. Sharp but light, you know. I understand now why it's called candy floss. Or what did it say? Popping candy. But I'm getting the sharp sort of candy floss character. If you have had the pleasure of having candy floss made right in front of you at maybe a food show, at some sort of fair, I've seen it many times. My kids love it, but ooh, it is a bit jumpy on the nose. Perhaps a couple of drops of water might calm it down, but I did want to sip it neat just to see what it would do. Just neat on the palate, and I'll cut it with a little bit of water. But very sweet on the nose. No spice, and very light in color. Very light in color. I mean, it's been in the barrel for only 9 years. It's got reasonably long legs, actually. I don't know if the video camera will pick it up, but if you see where the whiskey seams are running along the glass, reasonably oily. Well, thank you, Cara and Bevan, for this amazing sample. Bananas. Sweet malt, very fruity, juicy, and perhaps not suitable whiskey to sip just as you come home. I've just got home and I was committed to doing a whiskey review today, and I hadn't warmed up the palate with anything. I haven't had a beer or maybe a 40% ABV whiskey. Straight into it. But it's okay, the palate will adjust to it. Quite sharp. But that banana up front, really good. Wow. Alright, let's try one more before I cut it with water. Really juicy. And that sweet malt. A little bit of vanilla, but I still get more banana. And I mean, I've been saying this for years to people I do tastings for, or I've been to tastings, or just whiskey fans in general. This is the best thing that's happened to us. You know, whenever you get one of these, don't throw them away. Fill it up again and share some of the love with other whiskey connoisseurs. I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it just to see what that does to the dram. Ooh, spilled a bit of it. Oh, that's calmed down heaps. And I actually ended up putting a little bit more water than I normally would, but I am not regretting it because it's definitely calmed it down. It is a young, sort of punchy whiskey, and the water's calmed it down quite a bit. There's fresh cut grass character on the nose, followed by loads of vanilla sweetness and sort of like a cake sort of smell, not with spices, but just fresh cake being baked in the house. It's got that beautiful sweetness. All right, let's see what it does on the palate with the water. Very fruity, very light, very aromatic. Really, really good. Oh, good. Good for a young whiskey. Don't be afraid to drink young whiskeys. This one in particular is giving me a lot of joy. Just trying to think what other Glentauchers I've tried before. Because this... No, I don't have it here. There was a single cask Glentauchers. This is not staged. It just happened to be right here because I was drinking it the other night. So that's a single cask Glentauchers, aged for 22 years, distilled in 96, bottled in 2019, and bottled at 54% ABV. But what they did is they did age this one in a sherry barrel, or finished in a sherry barrel for a number of months. I'm guessing 12 to 18 months. So you can see the bit of difference there, how the natural color comes into the whiskey. And this one's really, really good. Keep drinking more Glentauchers and hopefully we'll keep seeing more and more of it being independently bottled. Otherwise, a lot of it will end up being in the Ballantines Blends, which is nothing wrong with. I have always said to people, if you are going to drink a blend, you know, one of those entry-level blends, Ballantines is one of my favorites from day one, followed by Famous Grouse. There's a lot of others, which I'm not a big fan of, but I've always liked Ballantines. And if I've ended up being at a party where it is being hosted by, let's say, not a connoisseur, I'm always hoping he or she is serving at least Ballantines, which I like. And you can see why Glentauchers, for me, is very easy to drink, very pleasure I get from this whiskey, because I guess over the years drinking the Ballantines, quite a lot of it has been consumed already. Well, thank you, Cara and Bevan, for this lovely sample. Otherwise, please like and share and subscribe, and I promise to try and keep uploading in 2022. See you.